So I had to try not to get divorced, everyone. That's why this episode is a little later than usual for this reaction and so on. As I mentioned in the last stream, right, during this weekend here, I have family come over. It's a new baby in the family, a new Anya-chan and so on, right? And obviously, I think it'd be kind of funny if I was like, sorry, my wife is the one is like, no, he's like gonna do some anime reaction. I mean, sometimes I definitely do, of course, right now as well, do anime reaction, right? When my family, you know, several daughters, doing other stuff right at the same time. But sometimes, obviously, it doesn't really fit in the schedule, right? And but specifically now, then, we have a new baby in the family, so it'd be kind of fitting if I was like, actually, I gotta do anime stuff now, Spice Family. That's what I say. It felt weird if I was like, nah, Spice Family, higher priority, Anya-chan, Anya Kawaii, let's go. But anyway, you know, this is my favorite anime. I'm a big fan of this. I always liked wholesome, family-friendly animes, you know, like Non-Yon Biao and so on. I always really liked slice of life show, guys. I always liked it, and this is like the ultimate slice of life show, right? You see in front of me here, right? Got my girls, got my Kanna, Anya, Nesco, right? Pudding, I don't know, she's kind of like, I don't know, she's here. But anyway, let's watch. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to put out the Anyas. Where is my big Anya? I need more Anyas, right? You can also have more Anyas. This Anya. Yes, there we go. Also big Anya. Okay. For this guys. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But I always have my little tired. I'm holding a baby and so on. Screaming babies and so on. Little tired. Kids these days. Yeah, I was crying. Nah, I shouldn't be like that. I have to say actually that the baby is quite quiet actually. Yeah. So we were at this restaurant and the baby is slept through the whole everyone talking and so on. So actually pretty nice. That is very different though, right? Some babies they will cry all the time, especially with noise or whatever, right? And some other babies are very quiet and very calm, even if you have a lot of people around and so on. But it is funny, right? It is funny. Like some babies are just like they will massively just like here comes grandma, it's like no, yeah, and some other ones are just completely calm. Yeah, so it's yeah, I really wanted that test. I know you can study because I have read a lot of studies on for Sasha Bowen, he studies on babies and so on. But this, yeah, it is hard to study very young babies, right? But like at a year or so, you can start studying them. And like how they behave and so on. Because I know there are a couple of things you can actually kind of determine already with like one year also so on. Because you know with my behavior science I have studied a lot. You can actually look at the likelihood of someone like the personality traits and so on can be seen already when you're like 1 or 2 year old babies and so on. Toddlers can actually be kind of told. But anyway, here goes the anime. It's just opening. Seems to be an Toto episode. It's a bit later. Yeah. Yours little brother. So he's, was he counter spy? He's like military counter espionage, something like that. I don't think we exactly know what it is, but I guess he's like it's called bugging them, I guess. I guess he bugged them earlier. Probably had the right to bug them. But it depends. Sometimes you could use signal catchers from the outside that can use to listen to a room though. You can absolutely build stuff that can use listen into rooms, depending on how the room is built. If you had like a Ferrari cage, it would block out all signals, right? So depending on what kind of signals you have and the walls and so on. You get different signals. But anyway. The state security, the Stasi, that's right. State security. Exactly. So they're probably using like what's called in English? Signal spaning in Swedish. Yeah, which is a good, like his sister, right? He's also quite talented. So last episode was a Damon episode, right? Also a little bit of Bond, Mission and Family, and before that, it was of course, I say an older like non. So I guess this is like a. Yeah, I guess it's a Toto episode. Police episode. What is it called in English? Sorry, I can't remember the name. I should really know this thing. I don't work with this thing, but obviously I met people not. Signal. I should really know this thing. What is it called in English? Signal spawning. What's it called in English? Signal intelligence. It's too similar. I was like, yeah, he's probably working with signal intelligence. It's kind of how you listen into, yeah, signal intelligence, of course, because like, you know, intelligence is counterintelligence. So yeah, signal intelligence. That's what he works with, I guess. It's called signal spawning in Swedish. So spawning, I guess, is like to find something. Yeah, so it's like spawning. It's like you spawn out of crime or something. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. Honestly, I should have known that with bears now. I should have known that, yeah. Signal intelligence, of course. Oh yeah, I guess he's like hardcore cop because he wants to protect his sister, I guess. That's why he's like, yeah, that's why he's doing it. He's like, gotta protect your Onisha, and that's why he's doing this stuff. I suppose so, yeah. I am tired though. I was at the conference last week. Oh, I'm gonna get old for this. Oh. But yeah, this is basically like Stasis or whatever. Like it should be. Counterintelligence. Tracking them and so on. FBI and so on, you know, America. I guess things are spy, right? They're gonna try to. I mean, I know a lot about this stuff, of course. We also know about spy stuff. But you try, of course, to look for if they, you know, do something else, right? If they ever go off track and like he suddenly went into this flower store for some reason, yeah, like. Oh, of course, he's a crazy guy. He doesn't ever sleep, of course. He's just crazy. But that is just ineffective, though. So you can swap your seat over here. He sleeps now. What? Fjord. Fjord. Fjord, yeah. No, that was me. no, sorry. That's like Fjord. Fjord? Yeah, Fjord. No, I'm always like this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it's not about how tired I am. I'm always like this. Yeah, so exactly, yeah. A brother, man. Okay, random old lady. That was like the landlady. So I guess we're bugging him from the socket here. From the switch. Seems like a pretty bad spy. If it's like an unemployed guy, they can't pay for rent or something. Usually spies are, I mean, usually you don't want to get attention, right? So usually they don't want to be like unemployed or something. It's also hard being unemployed to getting any kind of access stuff. Being unemployed is probably a really bad cover for a spy because you also want to buy stuff, right, when you're a spy, or go on trips or whatever sometimes. If you have no salary, if you have no money, right, it's gonna be harder to motivate. How can I buy this thing? So yeah, I think unemployed is probably the worst thing to be because it's so obviously like, well, how could you buy this thing or how could you go there? It doesn't make any sense. So, but I guess he has like it's a camera. Oh, he might be like an assassin. What's happening? He might have like a camera of you shoot. This might be that the camera is launching something. Well, this looks he's guilty though. Looks very suspicious. It's very, very suspicious when he's like, yeah, it's like, why he's going up there like doing this weird photo thing. Maybe he's a journalist though. He could be a journalist though, to be fair, right? I don't know exactly. Yeah, I don't know exactly what he does for a living. He arguably could be like a journalist. It's like, I'm trying to just document this stuff. Bondman, yeah, okay, good. Of course, it's like the anime Anya likes. That's a good writing. Yeah, of course, it's the same world, right? Okay, he's anti-gun. Maybe he's a good guy then. No, he wants the photos. I see. So he's like a weird journalist, I think. Yeah, exactly. He's some douchebag journalist. Yeah, yes sir. He's like some weird. Oh yes, he's like a weird. He's like setting them up to make a good photo of them. He might not be a spy though. He's like a douchebag. It's like that he's like recording false poverty. Yeah, like he's. Seems to be like a yeah, okay. He seems to be like a corrupted journalist or anything, more than a spy or something. No, yeah, this guy's just a bad person that's like utilizing that stuff to make money or something. Yeah, exactly. Seems like he's like a disinformation journalist guy. Funny thing. Is that dead? Yeah. He got fired. He got an attitude. He certainly got an attitude. He's probably a spy though. He's more like a disillusionist. Yeah, he seems to be more like an activist, right? Yeah, I think he's more like an activist. This is like, I want to change, right? That being said though, he might be seen as a revolutionary though. So the cops still might arrest him and think he's like if he's a rebel, right? He has that Aaron Jaeger in him. He's a little bit of like Aaron's dad, right? Yeah, it's like revolution. So yeah, they might see him as a trying to create some kind of and he is using obviously like false information to lie about stuff. So a little bit, yeah. Like even if he wants to do that, he also faked that thing with the garbage. So like, false way to get revolutionaries. Yeah. Where does his sister work? Yeah, where does your work? She's like an office lady somewhere. He's like a postman, something. Yeah, he's a delivery. Yeah, he's a kind of delivery guy. That actually could be kind of tricky, right? If you yourself work at the post office, you definitely could, obviously, send some stuff and so on. Could be a good way actually to, yeah, be able to like either hide stuff or send stuff to the wrong person, right? Not just, I mean, like dangerous stuff, but just like random, yeah, stuff like anything. Also, you could go steal stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, obviously, you could also rob people or whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's like mailing this illegal. Okay, maybe he can't do it though. But he knows that he's falsified this. Okay, he's gonna do it, yeah. Disinformation guy. He's some kind of Oh, there he comes. He looks so mean too. He's like his sister. He's like your. That family is so mean, man. Yeah, he always stalls after him. Yeah, secret, like state services, like Homeland Security, or whatever it's called in America. Yeah. Oh man, it's like, sorry, Dad. See you. Yeah, I got leather. Yeah, you're a kind officer. Yeah, you government dog! So I like to say his sister is this... Yeah. Yours is crazy... He's a sweetheart though. He very much is, yeah. Radar. Huh. Who is a police chief? Must be of Kizaru. Yeah, with the glasses. Yeah, yeah, it's like... Yeah, he enjoys it. He's like, yeah, arresting people! He's like, yeah! He loves it. He's like, I love it, it's my hobby. Yeah, I'm gonna pay to arrest rebels. He's like, rebel scums. Yeah, Yuri's like, where's those rebel scums, man? He's after the rebel scums. He loves it. It's his hobby now. Maybe it's back to Anya now. He's gonna call his sister, right? Yeah, I think it's... oh, Nishan! Yeah, Nishan! Here we go. No! Uncle! Uncle! You here, Loido? My sister's husband? It's like, what do you expect? My sister's daughter? It's like, what do you expect? I don't know. Yeah. Why is he so... Yeah, why is he so weird about it? Like... Andy's like, hey... He's like head patting him. Here we go. The head patting. Here we go. Och Neshan head patting. Only thing he wanted. He was happy again. He doesn't care. Oh, Neshan! Exactly. Nissan! 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 Yeah, arra. Got it. That was Bondman. Yeah, the elegant Bondman. See, det was his for. Jiraiya Sensei. Yes, he's obviously Ero Sennin voicing Bondman. Yeah, look at them. Look at him, man. He's clearly M is Naruto. Yeah, that's clear Naruto, clearly. Like sudden, but of course her name is M, right? Like in James Bond, of course. It's like in James Bond, right? Yeah. Of course, her name is M. Makes perfect sense. I mean, obviously, it's based on James Bond, clearly. But M is like, I guess, much younger here. Usually M is an old lady. Oh, I love you, Bondoman! It's very anime. Yeah, M is a 30-year-old younger lady. What's this woman? This is the new rival lady? Like in the later movies? Oh yeah, we're the same planet, exactly. There's no country, it's only Earth. The peace birds. The white birds and everything. What? White flags. Yeah, amazing Bondoman. I will never let you go. You're my husband now. Oh, okay, it's another cat. There's another wife. What's happening? Bondoman. Yeah. And now she's also like, oh, they got the Bondoman. So now he has like 3 wives. That's like a gal. It's a lot of women. This is Jiraiya Sensei. He's truly Jiraiya Sensei. He brings him a harem. He brings him more characters. Some evil. Some evil. And now it's even. Yeah, this, I want to see like some evil. Yeah, like I don't know, like world dominators. Then he's a landlady, I guess. No, he lives with like 50 people. He saves everyone. He saves everyone he meets. Bondman, true lazy Raya. Now we got an army here. He's like, yeah, I brought everyone with me. I am making everyone happy. What is this Bondo, man? Yeah, what is this scene, man? Jesus Christ, Bondo, man. Alla känns like those weird James Bond race or something. So that is Jiraiya Bondo, man. Anya is like, what an amazing hero is. This is what's flirt. I can now talk to Becky about this, yes. No, don't do that. Laura's like, no! Don't listen to this anime. There's no bad anime. Yeah, so the ending is coming out, but it's clearly earlier than it should be. Yeah, that's clearly. Bondo Man, man. Yeah, Bondo Man was good, man. Bondo Man. Bondo Man, the hero we needed. That was good. That was good, man. That's the first time we really see an episode of Bondo Man. I mean, clearly he's been in the background, right? It's Anya's favorite anime, obviously. And again, he's voiced by Hotsuki, does Jiraiya and so on, right? And, you know, he does a bunch of other... He does a lot of mentor characters, right? He's a typecast, like old man veteran. He's also like the old man mentor in Slime. He's the old man mentor in Kimetsu no Yaiba, right? He's basically the old man mentor guy. He's a music producer in Carol on Tuesday. So he's basically a little bit of an old man mentor there as well. He's an old music producer, like a good one. They have an evil music producer and a good one. He's a good one. And so, right? So he's basically always voicing these things. So Bondo Man is actually a little bit of an offshot for him, I would say. As he usually plays this, like, you know, kind of older mentor characters. But it felt very Jiraiya, the ending there. Yeah, he saves everyone. Yeah, he saves everyone. He felt very Jiraiya sensei. Very much. But it's clearly at least one more minute here after. Oh, and Omake, the heart of a child. So Komoko. Are they buying clothes or something? No, she wanna go in the park. Yeah, of course she wants to go in the amusement park. Yeah, Dad just like, I guess. Why do children like this amusement park so much for? This is really boring. I like how Laura's like, it's a terrible advice, yeah. Have better hobbies. Bad daughter. I want to dance! Bad daughter. It's like, have better interest. Yeah, it's like... yeah, it's just slow. I agree with that though. I always never got the kids. I never liked things as a kid either. I don't get it. It's so slow. Okay, you're... I can't understand this thing. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, no, it's not fun. It's so slow. It's like... Because now that bitch, I guess, something? Yeah, Anya wants to go to the ocean. Yeah, Umi, she wants to go to the ocean. A pool? Good enough, I guess. The pool. Cute hatches. Yeah, one of those batting hats. Yeah, she seems happy, so that's fun. I mean, the pool, I like the pool too. I like to swim too, yeah. Everyone is like, no, she can read everyone's brains in the pool. I never go to the pool. She was so happy. Understand children. No, that was terrible. She can read everyone's brain at the pool. No, I'm never going to the pool again. Okay, so this is the... What's this thing? The Damien's Omake. Okay. And now it's late, maybe? No, Anya is late. Anya is, yeah, she's not a morning person. Anya is like, nah, I don't wanna. Okay, preview. Cat. Oh, I see the running in the. I see the trailer. But Anya is like running and so on. Yeah, this seems to be back to the main story, right? This seems to be back to the main story. The last thing there, yeah. So, I mean, I still, of course, I still love anime, but it certainly feels kind of weird. This episode has been kind of offshot, like 3 in a row now. Really has to, right? Yeah, like this episode here doesn't feel like it really progressed the main. So I mean, I guess you get a little bit of her brother's life, his occupation. Like he's a cop, obviously, he's like a star, more as he's a signal intelligence, more rather, yeah, state cop police thing. You know, Stasi guy, right? And I mean, that's fine. So it isn't like the worst thing ever. I think it's enjoyable. There's good jokes there. He's like, Fjord, yeah, or you have to take a rest. No, I'm always like this, man. It's like, Fjord. It's like, no, I'm always like this. And then we see him, going home to them, and your head pats him. He's like, yeah, and so on, right? So I mean, it has some good jokes, and the storyline is somewhat realistic, I guess. You have it in real life too, right? You have different, counterintelligence, signal intelligence, and all right. You figure out if someone is trying to, make an insurrection or something like that, or maybe it's be a spy in general. But this guy wasn't a spy, of course. He was more like I guess a rebel would probably be that more, revolutionary, maybe perhaps. That being said, he wasn't even that either. He was more like a no, but this guy, I guess he would say he was like the starting of that thing, right? He was like a person that I would say is like potentially might become a little bit of a he's like a person that might become a revolutionary, right? But at this moment, it's more like the first phase of it when he's starting to do some weird stuff, sending around, maybe lying about some news or whatever, and that stuff. And then eventually that leads to making more drastic stuff, perhaps, right? So, yeah, I don't know. In most countries today, what he did maybe wouldn't be stopped or whatever, right? It depends a little bit on the threshold that the country's, homeland security kind of has, right? It really depends. Currently, the world, to speak, not to dwell too much on that in this video, but I would say currently in the world, I would say that many countries has increased or arguably then decreased, depending how you look at it. But they moved that threshold. So when I say increased, as in usually you have like threat levels, right? So that's this next threat level, or even maybe 2 more for some countries. With all the conflicts happening in the latest years and recently, right? So yeah, right now it probably would be easier to get in trouble for something like that, right? Because it'd be like, ooh, this guy doing that thing. But otherwise, the garbage scene was interesting. Because I was showing him not really. I mean, it was showing in a way also why the brother is correct, right? Clearly, the brother he's not like how to say it? The government doesn't seem to be super nice or whatever in that sense, right? But on the same time, that guy, he clearly was like tricking these. He was like, the scene was fake. Yeah, the scene was something he created, right? It was a hoax, right? So he obviously was spreading like this, in that sense, right? So it would be correcting, right, for government to arrest him for doing that. Yeah, they'll be like, oh, this is like illegal. Yeah, so it's interesting. But at the same time, he wasn't like the worst person ever, right? This guy wasn't like some, oh, I'm gonna do this, really. But no, he was like, I'm just kind of annoyed at the government, yeah. So interesting character actually, if it dwelled more on that. But all that being said, this doesn't really seem to go back to the main story. Maybe it will, I suppose. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's connected. I think it'd be better if we saw her brother with a case connected to Twilight. Like an actual, like, okay, this is to do with Loid, right? Him trying to arrest Loid, or maybe not arresting Loid, but maybe arresting a colleague to Loid, like someone else. Not like one of the Frankie, not one of the characters around him, but a point, like another person that we haven't seen before, but like, someone who works at Loid's place, right? And him like, oh, I'm getting close to Twilight. That would be more interesting. Or maybe him trying to track Loid or something, or something like that. Maybe it's coming later, right? But yeah, it does feel a little strange that it felt like this guy was completely random. He wasn't really like attached to like the actual storyline, right? This person was just like a random guy That was anti-government spreading some lies, but I remember basically that. But it wasn't really connected to any of the other characters. Maybe this be later, but I don't think so. So that to me felt kind of weird and honestly unnecessary. But you could easily have him, be more involved with someone with his sister or Loid, right? Also could be that maybe he's gonna arrest someone that works at yours place. That was more interesting. He has to come in there, maybe spy on people, and the sister will distract him, right? Or he has to pretend to her that he's blah blah. So that'd be interesting. I felt that was kind of a shallow way, honestly, to make it. Yeah, a little weird, honestly. It could have been more interesting. But I mean, it's like a decent episode, but it could have been interesting. And then the last part of Marcus, that was pretty fun. I mean, I always liked the Marcus. I missed the anime, honestly. I wish more anime had that. No, there was a trio Marcus. This felt like a special episode in that sense, but it's a bit Bleach, of course. That's always the number one on the market, right? But Bleach is very famous, but in anime, at least famous. For us anime guys, right? Bleach is famous for having these like what's called? No, again. Gold, something, yeah. Kakuya gold, something like that. They're screaming that, and we see coin flying by, and it's like omake, and then it's like this, it's a joke. But yeah, I missed that, I wish more anime had that. Yeah, like it's like a half a minute to a minute of some, and they're always very silly, It's like Hashiro-san having like her secret club meeting inside of Byoka's mansion or whatever, inside the vase or something. Yeah, so some silly, Or like Kenpachi having bells on his hair or something. Yeah, that's some silly jokes, right? Bleach was very good doing those omakas. Had them all the time back in the years, like 10 years ago. And all the animes do. Usually shonen animes are the one having omakas of anything. But they're kind of rare these days. You don't see it often anymore. And yeah, I miss that, It's like silly half a minute joke. Like, haha, what if I was a lizard? Yeah, like I miss that. I think we can have more of that. Kimetsu no Yaiba has them, exactly. They actually have them, yeah. Kimetsu no Yaiba is one of the few that has them. They usually have them in the beginning, though. So that's the end of that, when Tajiro is like playing something silly, and they make a weird joke or something. They kind of omake style. But they'll do it the same way, because it's more like him, it's more like him saying something kind of strange. Like it's more like a stand-up comedy thing. Not really omake in the old sense, but I guess they kind of omake. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Spike's Family had one of those omakes every episode, right? This episode is strange though, like the last episode. It's been like, oh, what's 3 omakes? Yeah. There's like omake 1, omake 2, omake 3, yeah, then it gets kind of weird. Still funny, but feels like a filler episode, definitely. But, next episode looks like to be back to the main story, right? Like Anya and Becky do something. That looks like it's the main story, and if that episode has a market then the last minute being like, yay, you're at her office or something, yeah, some joke. I would like that, yeah. So I hope they're gonna have those omakes every episode, but I don't want to have 3 omakes. I want to have, half a minute, I can Bleach, half a minute, a silly omake, the last minute episode, that's the end, that's what I want. So hope they have more of that, but I don't know. I guess not now. Wouldn't they make 3 now? That's probably what they usually would have. Again, right? You have 3 omake now. Usually you will spread them out. 1, 2, 3, episode 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah, instead of having 3 in episode 3. This is the 3rd episode of the season, right? Yeah, it feels strange, honestly. There is a little bit off this season. I mean, from a production standpoint, that seems weird to me too. Why is like 3 omake? Yeah, like it seems really weird. It probably should have been 1 omake again than per episode. That's what usually we do. So it seems strange. And it's been like these 3 episodes in a row now. When it hasn't happened much with the main storyline. And we kind of slowed that one. I mean, they've easily been the 2 weakest episodes in a row now. Last episode was quite weak, right, with Damien and so on. He had some sweet moments there with his friends, but it was overall a pretty weak episode. Definitely. This episode here is also pretty weak, so let's see next week, guys. Hopefully next week and I brings back the A game, right? But next week in the preview looked like an actual main story episode. Yeah, like okay, now here let's go, right? But anyway, we subscribe, the like button. Have a good family day, guys. So you get to the One Piece. We have a new character coming, so yeah, I'm kind of looking forward. Also have Mayama. I'm looking forward to seeing this character. I mean, I read the manga, right? So, but I want to see how he's voiced and so on in the anime. Could be a cool episode, definitely. But you guys have a great day.